Law 230, Section 50, Spring 2016. Final Presentation Project. Fmla. Family and Medical Leave Act. A brief overview by Rob Nelson. FMLA was passed into law in 1993 by Congress. FMLA basically gives employees the right to time off for family and medical reasons. FMLA is for employees with a company or business that employs over 50 people. FMLA is up to a period of 12 weeks off from work. FMLA covers men and women when a new child is born. I've been fortunate enough to use FMLA twice on separate occasions for the birth of my 2 daughters. Knowing that we were expecting a child, my employer was kind enough to let me build up some needed hours to be used during my 12-week time off period. I was lucky enough to be paid for the entire 12 weeks off both times. I was able to stagger the majority of my time off to begin when my wife would be going back to work full time. This was a great way for us to prolong the time before our new children will be starting into a daycare program. To say the very least, there are some great advantages to the FMLA if utilized in the approved manner. FMLA does have some specific terms to follow. An employee cannot use FMLA leave twice in the same 12-month period. There are also a certain number of requirements that must be met to qualify for FMLA leave and to get that 12-week period time off. FMLA can be used for the employee, his or herself, and can also be taken off for family members of the employee. FMLA ensures that the employee's healthcare coverage is continuous while they're off from work. FMLA states that the employee will be restored to the original position or one very similar to it when he or she returns to work. In the most simple of terms, FMLA holds an employee's job for them while they are away from work for FMLA-approved reasons. In the basic sense, FMLA helps to hold an employee's position for them until they can get back to work. FMLA was last changed in 2009. These changes were to create a new area of leave centered around military caregivers. These changes were also to cover for qualifying exigencies that arise due to military involvement. This was a quote from our textbook, The Legal Environment of Business, and outlines important changes from 2009. Approved FMLA time off is also referred to as protected leave, basically because it's job security. This is in reference to the employee's best interests being protected while they're away from work. FMLA was intended to balance the demands of the workplace with the needs of families. Wikipedia.com. It should be noted that Bill Clinton was very proactive in FMLA during his first term as President of the United States. FMLA may be approved for the following reasons: pregnancy, foster care placement for a child, adoption, serious illness which can be family or personal. FMLA is overseen by the Wage and Hour Division of the United States Department of Labor. FMLA is federal law protected by the United States government. Some guidelines for FMLA approval are: the employee must have worked 1,250 hours during the past 12 months of employment to be eligible. The company or business must employ at least 50 people within a 75-mile distance of each other. An employee must also have been working at the business for at least 12 months. So I guess you could not ask for FMLA time off right after you were hired somewhere, unfortunately. Sometimes an employee can take FMLA leave in broken up blocks of the 12-week time frame. Under certain circumstances, employees may take FMLA leave as an intermittent or reduced schedule basis. www.dol.gov. I was able to use FMLA leave in this way for the birth of my 2 daughters separately. Overall, FMLA has many benefits and should be utilized if needed. Be sure to look further into FMLA if you work for a company or business in the public or private sector that offers it. Thank you for watching. We're excited.